Who are you when nobody needs you? Not when they need your strength, not when they need your time, not when everything is falling apart and you are the person holding it together. Who are you when the phone stops ringing, when there is nobody to rescue, nothing to repair, no crisis waiting for your attention? Because there is a dangerous difference between being loved and being useful. Most people believe they would recognize the difference immediately. But when usefulness has become the way you earn your place in people's lives, the two can feel almost identical. Until one day you stop carrying everything and discover what remains. Perhaps you became the dependable one so gradually that you never noticed it happening. You remembered what others forgot. You noticed changes in their voices. You made yourself available. You solved problems before anyone asked. And every time someone said, "I don't know what I would do without you," it sounded like love. Maybe part of it was, but hidden inside those words was something else. A role, an expectation, a silent agreement that nobody discussed. You would continue giving, and they would continue making you feel important. It worked until the day you became tired. Because when the strong one needs somewhere to lean, they sometimes discover that everyone has become accustomed to standing on them. So you keep going, you answer the call, you change your plans, you say, "Don't worry about me." And people believe you because you've trained them to. You have shown them the finished room, but never the mess behind the door. You have become so skilled at appearing fine that nobody thinks to look closer. Then resentment begins to appear quietly. You feel disappointed that nobody asks what you need, but when they do ask, you tell them nothing. That is the painful contradiction. You want someone to see beneath your strength while doing everything possible to keep it hidden, and eventually even you forget what is underneath it. That is why stopping can feel frightening. The moment you say no, the mind begins asking questions. They will think I've changed. Will they call me selfish? Will they still want me around? So you apologize for needing rest. You explain boundaries that should require no defense. You feel guilty for protecting time that was always yours. But guilt does not always mean you are doing something wrong. Sometimes guilt is simply the feeling of breaking an old pattern. The first evening you do not rush to solve, everything might feel strangely empty. Stay there. Do not immediately search for another problem to carry, because the emptiness is about to show you something important. Without other people's emergencies, you are left with your own silence, and silence asks questions that usefulness helped you avoid. What do you enjoy when nobody is watching? What do you need when nobody is asking? What would you do with a day that belonged entirely to you? These should be easy questions. But for someone who has spent years living in response to everyone else, they can feel impossible. Being needed gave you life structure. It gave you certainty. It meant you never had to wonder whether you mattered. Someone always provided the answer. And this is where the truth becomes uncomfortable. Perhaps other people were not the only ones depending on the arrangement. Perhaps you needed to be needed too. Not because you wanted control, not because your kindness was false, but because solving someone else's problems gave you somewhere to hide from your own. If another person needed saving, you had no time to face what was missing within you. If someone required your strength, you never had to admit that you were struggling. If you remained useful, you never had to risk being known without anything to offer. That is the deeper battle. It is easier to ask why people took so much from you. It is harder to ask why you believe giving everything away was the only way to make them stay. This is not about blaming yourself. It is about finally seeing the bargain clearly enough to stop making it. When you begin to change, some relationships will become uncomfortable. People who benefited from your lack of boundaries may not celebrate your growth. They may say you are distant. They may remind you of everything they are going through. They may treat your first honest no as though it has erased every yes that came before it. Let their reaction teach you. A boundary does not destroy a healthy relationship. It reveals an unhealthy expectation. The people who value you will adjust. They will become curious about the person behind the role. They will ask how you are, and they will remain long enough to hear the real answer. Others may leave when your usefulness ends. That loss may hurt, but not every departure is proof that you should have kept abandoning yourself. Then there will be a quieter change. You will begin noticing how often you reach for usefulness without being asked. How quickly you offer your time. How uncomfortable you feel when someone gives to you. You may try to repay kindness before you have even received it. Let someone help you without turning it into a debt. Let someone sit beside you without entertaining them. Let yourself enter a room without searching for a job to perform. You do not have to become cold. You do not have to stop caring. The goal is not to become unnecessary. It is to stop treating exhaustion as evidence that you are worthy. Kindness should be something you give from yourself, not the price you pay to keep yourself included. There will come a day when nobody urgently needs you. The phone will be quiet. Your hands will be empty. The old version of you may call this loneliness. But look again. This is not proof that you have become irrelevant. This is space. Space to remember what makes you laugh. Space to finish a thought uninterrupted. Space to walk without rushing towards someone else's emergency. Space to discover preference you buried beneath responsibility. At first you may not know what to do with it. That is all right. You have spent years listening outward. It will take time to hear your own voice again, but it has not disappeared. It has only been waiting beneath the noise of everyone else's needs. So who are you when nobody needs you? You are the person who was there before the world handed you a role. You are not the problems you solve. You are not the weight you carry. You are not the number of people who struggle without you. You are a human being whose value does not rise when the phone rings or fall when it remains silent. Yes, help people. Be dependable. Stand beside those you love, but do not spend your entire life proving that you deserve a place in theirs. The right people will not only love what you do, they will care about what doing it costs you. And when there is nothing left for you to provide, they will not look through you. They will still see you. But even that is not the final answer. Because the most important person who must learn to see you without your usefulness is you. Perhaps the real danger was never that people would stop needing you. Perhaps it was that you became so busy being needed that you were never discovered who you were without their demands. So when the world becomes quiet, do not rush to make yourself useful again. Stay, listen, meet the person beneath the role. You were never empty. You were never unimportant. You were never missing. You were simply unavailable to yourself. If this speech spoke to the battle you've been fighting quietly, please like the video, follow Unleash Your Storm, and subscribe for more episodes from the Silent Battles series. Keep moving forward, and as always, unleash your storm.